What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Trey Jones. Today I'm going to be giving you 10 things that I learned from anxiety. Go ahead and smash that like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt. Today's question of the day: what are some things that you have learned from your anxiety? You can share the good or bad, but let's try to share some good things that you have learned. Keep it a little positive. I'll be picking 2 people for next video to give a shout out to. I got 2 shout outs today. I'm Damien, thanks dude, and Missy Glitter Vlogs. Thank you so much, guys, for being proactive. I appreciate you. That's what the comment section is for, so fill it up, guys. So I went through this for 5 long years, and I definitely learned quite a few things along the way, okay? But the good news is I did recover. I'm a much better person today than I was before, so that's gonna be the theme of this video. I wanna try to give you some positive stuff that I learned. There might be a couple in here that are kind of on the fence of being positive, but it was still necessary for me to learn this stuff to improve, okay? So guys, again, I'm gonna mention every video, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me where we do our own phone call, I give you your strategy, you get my book, you get email support as well. It's all bundled together. If you're interested in that, guys, email down below in the description in the first pinned comment. Hit me up and we'll see if we can set something up. So guys, like I said, I learned a lot of things from my anxiety. I mean, 5 years is a long time. It felt like 20, right? I was miserable all the time. So I want to jump right into this. The first thing I learned was how to be present. Live in the moment. Live for the moment. People that spend their time in the past, okay, they tend to be more anxious. People who tend to focus just on the future tend to be more anxious, okay? That's kind of that control aspect. That was definitely me. I was either feeling guilty or shameful for things that have already happened, I can't change them, or I was trying to control the future, okay? Live for the day. Savor every bite of food that you have, hug the people that you have in your life, give them a kiss, spend more time with them. If you have families, this is what I'm talking about. Spend all the time that you can with them, love on them. Live each day like it's your last in a good way, okay? And I mean that in a good way. Live each day like this is your last opportunity to love, all right? So give everything that you have every single day. Do a lot more of this and a little bit less of this, okay? Really listen to people, soak everything in, appreciate everything that you have. You have so many blessings, so we need to start appreciating and focusing in on that. The next thing, guys, I learned how to live healthier, okay? Not only mentally, but physically. So I had to adapt a new diet. A lot of foods that I was eating was triggering my anxiety, and I wasn't gonna get better. Our gut is our second brain, so my serotonin levels were kind of all over the place. Also, I had to adapt exercise, something that I had been neglecting for quite a few years when my anxiety disorder started. But exercise and diet combined reassured me that I was okay. It was so helpful for my health anxiety, guys. It made me feel like I was actually okay. So I had to be healthier. Also had to quit a lot of bad habits, including smoking and binge drinking and partying and staying up late, binge eating. All of those things I had to do away with, so I encourage you to do the same, and it's gonna be required anyways if you wanna recover. The third one, guys, that trying to control everything is miserable. Okay, we are not meant to control everything, and it's just not fun, okay? It's not fun trying to be in control. If you just notice anybody that you've ever known, including yourself, those people that try to be control freaks, do they seem happy? No, they don't. They're always stressed. They wanna control every aspect of not only their lives, but the people around them, the situation. You know, and I was there, okay? Letting go of the reins, okay? Just not trying to be in control of every aspect of even your own life. It's so much more enjoyable. Ride the wave, okay? Just ride the wave, let things flow through you. Stop holding on to negativity. Stop holding on to grudges. Stop trying to control every aspect of your life. People that try to control everything tend to be more anxious. The fourth one, guys, is I learned how to love myself. Very, very important. I'm gonna move this over a little bit so I can get a little bit of better lighting. I learned how to love myself, excuse me. And I thought I did love myself, right? But I didn't. I was telling myself a lot of horrible crap. I was borderline verbally abusive. Whenever I was going through my anxiety, I was telling myself I was worthless, that I was weak. Do you think my subconscious mind was gonna heal if I kept telling it and feeding it that stuff? But this is a problem that was evident in most of my life. I was always a very critical person. I don't think I truly, really was in love with myself. You know, I always felt like I was coming short of what I wanted, my expectations. Learn how to love yourself. Learn how to be patient with yourself. Pat yourself on the back for even the smallest of battles or, you know, smallest of successes, okay? Do that day in and day out. You'll see some things start to happen in your life. Recovery becomes a lot easier, a lot more attainable and possible if you love yourself, all right? And that starts right whenever you wake up, okay? Right whenever you wake up, start feeding yourself with some positive affirmations. The next one, guys, number 5, I learned that I was very stubborn and held myself back, okay? I tell people this all the time. We do have choices. Not all of anxiety is a choice. Some things that have happened to us are unfair, including certain traumas, especially stuff that happened in our childhood, things that we learned. But I was very stubborn. I did have a lot of choices. I continued to drink every single night, knowing that my anxiety was going to be bad the next day. I continued to eat bad for the longest of time, knowing that it was going to make my stomach hurt and make my anxiety skyrocket. I knew that Googling made me feel like crap, but what did I keep doing every day? I kept Googling. I knew self-checking and checking my blood pressure wasn't going to do anything but stress me out. I knew that going back and forth to the doctors, I was going to keep getting the same answers from them, but I kept doing it. Okay, so you see a lot of this stubbornness. I learned that I was a very stubborn person from going through my anxiety, but that was important. That is a good thing. It's not really negative. You have to realize where you fall short so you can fix it and correct it. That was definitely something I fell short at. Number 6, that this had been building for years, okay? And this may have been foreshadowed quite a few times in my life as far as my health anxiety. Went through a period of time for about 6 months when I was 12 where I just did nothing but just wonder how I was gonna die and that my family was gonna die. I was depressed for like 6 months. I didn't have any symptoms, but this is definitely something that was evident. It was very destructive on me even at that time, very traumatic. I was like, holy crap, I'm not gonna be here forever. We are limited on this planet. That was really the first time in my life that I came to that realization, and it freaked me out. So that was a foreshadowing. 8 years old, I flipped out. I was allergic to cats, and this is when I first found out. My face swelled up. I thought I was dying in that moment. I had mono in high school. I felt like I was gonna die because I had a close friend die from bacterial infection around that time, and I thought I was gonna be next. I lost a lot of weight, but I thought I was just kind of wasting away and I was gonna die. So there's quite a few instances in my life where death was on my mind and it foreshadowed what was to come. And this had been building and building and building. It was never fully resolved, right? And we see this all the time. We have flashes of anxiety throughout our life, or that was a sign that something was gonna get rough for us in the future if we didn't resolve it, and it just gets pin up until eventually it comes out. And unfortunately, when it comes out, sometimes it's scary because we're having panic attacks and it's just full force. So that had been building for years, the momentum. Number 7, I learned about so many diseases, and I'm not really sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing. For many of you guys, this is not a good thing. This is what Googling can do. You're gonna learn about a lot of other diseases that maybe you're not necessarily concerned about at the moment, but the next time that you get certain symptoms that match those diseases, you're gonna be like, aha, I have that disease. So throughout all the research that I did, I learned so much about cancer. I learned so much about heart disease, about degenerative diseases. If there is a silver lining in any of that, I do know what I really need to do to try to avoid most of that. There's always some bad luck and genetics in there, but I do know what I need to do, right, to lower my risk for certain diseases and health scares and health conditions, illnesses, whatever have you. So that's a good thing, right? I could be more preventive of those situations. So that's, it depends on how you see it. At the time of anxiety, it's not good that you're learning a lot about the diseases because it's just going to be new triggers for you. Stay away from Google. Number 8, I learned that I needed to grow as a person. All right, and if I didn't grow, my subconscious was going to keep screaming at me via these symptoms, these panic attacks. It's easy to look at anxiety as this horrible monster, but it could really be a sign that you need to grow. And if you don't grow, it's going to continue, right? You need to adapt a new life, a new lifestyle. I needed that. I needed to handle life better. I needed to handle adversity and obstacles better. So it was a sign that I needed to just grow. And it's uncomfortable when we grow, right? You remember getting growing pains whenever you were a kid? It's kind of the same thing. It's necessary for you to be uncomfortable to grow. Number 9, guys, I learned that you won't understand it until you've been there as far as anxiety goes. I just learned that people were just not gonna really understand me. No matter how much I explained it, it always seemed like I got responses like just calm down or just don't think about it or don't worry about it. That didn't make me feel any better, okay? How many times has somebody come and just calm down or just take some deep breaths, like, oh yeah, wow, now it's gonna be okay. No, I mean, you just have to not hold on to resentment for these people as well, especially if you have family members that just don't get it. There's really no way for them to understand unless they have had a panic attack and know what that impending doom and panic and fear feels like, or these symptoms, having horrible symptoms every day, like there's something really wrong with you and the doctors are telling you fine. that's miserable, okay? That's just downright miserable. Anxiety can be very miserable, so don't expect people to understand everything that you're going through. And then last one but not least, I did a video over this, that motivation doesn't last, okay? Our subconscious wants to see action, right? So if you're getting motivation from an external source like a book or an article or many times YouTube videos, right? I remember spending just hours watching motivational videos in a day, just over and over and over. And then at the end of the day, it's like I haven't done anything but just sit here, eat food, and watch motivational videos, but I didn't do anything, right? I didn't do any actions. And motivation just doesn't last. It might last for a day or two. You'll see an awesome video, and then like 2 days later, it's as if you never saw it, right? Maybe it did get you to go work out the first time, but you have to learn how to self-motivate it. The motivation needs to come from inside to keep it going. That's more sustainable than that external motivation. So keep that in mind, guys. The subconscious mind wants to see action. All right, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you're interested in anxiety coaching one-on-one with me, please don't hesitate to email me. TreyJones@yahoo.com. It's down below in the description and in the first pinned comment. Guys, if you haven't tried therapy, please give that a try. I'm not a professional. I would love for you to see a professional, even if you're doing coaching with me, okay? That's important. They can diagnose you. They can talk to you about medication. That's just stuff that I cannot do, okay? So I have a link down below in the description as well for that. It's free to sign up for it at least to see where you are at. And as far as an evaluation, they'll pair you up with somebody that can meet your needs the best. You can do it on the phone, the laptop, the PC. You ain't got to leave your house. I know some of you have limited options. I sure did in my small town. Guys, all my social media is down there. It's important to join that stuff. We never know what YouTube's going to do. It could be gone tomorrow, right? Or they could just come through and wipe out my whole channel. So join those things so you have somewhere to basically find my content is something to happen, all right? Also, I'm on BitChute. It's an alternative video platform. Subscribe to Trey Jones on there. All my videos are getting uploaded on there as I do them here. Subscribe if you haven't, guys. Hit the notification bell so you get updates when I put these videos out. Remember to like this video if you got value. Comment, okay? Question of the day. Remember, give me some things that you learned from anxiety, good or bad. Try to keep it positive, though. I'll be picking 2 people for a shout out. Until next time, guys, keep fighting. I love you all. Bye.